Hello and good afternoon. It's Sunday here in Texas. Today is November the 28th. Prog Hat here with a video. Now, in this video that I'm about to do, I want to give a very special thank you to my friend Eddie Perez, who hooked me up with a classic hard rock, heavy metal, however you want to define it, album. And a couple of what do you want to call it, Friday RSD finds, and some used records. A couple of them were $1 each. But before I begin, I just want to say hello. Hope you had a nice weekend and had a nice Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. Now, let me just talk about this for a moment, my friendship with Eddie Perez. I don't remember when it began, but here's what I remember. He posts his record pictures in the YouTube vinyl community group on Facebook, which I notice it's kind of slowed down in there and there's not much activity, and don't know why that happened. And some people come and go, and to quote my friend Eddie Perez, life keeps moving. So maybe folks moved on. Well, that's how it started. Whenever it did, is that I liked the records that he posted, and I would give likes. Sometimes it led to me commenting, asking questions, and then it led to what do you want to call it, a friend request on Facebook. And then after the friend request, we talked about one day meeting up at a record store and hanging out, having lunch, meeting each other. And then from there it just kept on growing, and it's been growing, and nothing but good times and good memories. So this past Friday, he let me know he was coming to town, and we met up at one of our favorite record stores, and we did some vinyl digging. Now, it's kind of hard to catch up and have a conversation. I mean, we can have a conversation, but we're all in there vinyl digging, looking through, records. And we looked through the area where they had all the RSD items, and I was surprised that there were a lot of them. Looked like hardly really anybody really did showed up. So we're checking it out. He grabs the ones he wanted, and I grabbed the two that I wanted. And so basically we're in there just looking, having our short little conversation in between our vinyl digging. He heard me one day, I believe it was on a live stream, that I missed out on the Walmart, where they had those albums for $15 and everybody went and grabbed the one or ones that they wanted. Everybody wanted the John Coltrane Love Supreme, which I have a copy of that, and I like the acoustic sounds. Do I want the Walmart one? Only because the color variant probably, but I don't have to have it. And I only went to one Walmart that day, and I did get something, but it wasn't one of these Walmart exclusives, but everybody else was getting them. And I mentioned that the only one that I really did want was the Ozzy Osbourne album Diary of a Madman, which is this real limited blue swirl vinyl. Well, he hooked me up with it, and I want to say right here and now, thank you, Eddie Perez. I really appreciate it. This is one of those records that I resonate and remember when it came out. When I bought it, though, I bought it on cassette, and I wore the thing out. I mean, I fixed it a few times, my cassette, to keep it going. But when this album came out, I still like every song on it. And that's how I look at records. You know, did it take you through that journey of liking every song from beginning to end? And you have either some kind of memory, or you like the music that you're hearing, you like what the artist is presenting. I know some people buy records for one or two songs, or just to hear one side and never play the other side. Vice versa, some people like side 2 of an album better than side 1. But this record right here, I remember when it came out. I remember listening to it with friends. You know, back then when you could actually sit down with a group of friends, you hung out, you listened to records. Now it's a different kind of generation. That is gone, but I have good memories about listening to Blizzard of Oz. And here's the copy that Eddie Perez hooked me up with. Thank you again, sir. Eddie Perez, folks. He hooked me up with Diary of a Madman. I love this album. It's hard rock. Flying High Again, Over the Mountain. Diary of a Madman. I mean, an album that I learned from Eddie was made under, or about, took 6 months to make this album back in the day. But I haven't opened it up. Today's Sunday. It will get played today. So, thanks again, my friend. Okay, so like I said, we were doing vinyl digging, and the two that I wanted to get, they were there, and I was happy. And I said, I'm still looking at the Live Evil. I do want to have that, and the Little Feat, and the Aerosmith one, but we'll just wait and see what happens. But the two that I did get is, I'm a big Jimi Hendrix fan. I got the Jimi Hendrix Paris 67. I haven't played it yet, but I was happy that they had that. Plus, they seem to have plenty of copies of it. So I grabbed one. And this year I decided that I was going to listen to artists that I've seen people talk about or post or have heard on like a local radio station play singer-songwriters a lot, or college radio. But I said this was going to be like the start as we're getting closer to the new year coming in. I wanted to hear these artists that I didn't have records of, and some of them I still don't have records of, but I'm going to get around to listening to their records. And one of the RSD Friday specials that came out was the 50th anniversary edition of Leonard Cohen, Songs of Love and Hate. Now, I have a couple of CDs of him, a best of, and I don't remember the name of the other one. But I was going to get this one. I said, I'm going to start here. This is my first record of owning of him. And so now I'm going to start collecting his music. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to like it. I like dark type songs, and I think that's what he delivers. And I enjoy the songwriters and the singers that make albums like this or something like this, or whether it be a female like Emily Harris or Gillian Welch or something like that. So those are artists that I'm going to start getting records of and digging into their discography, and a lot will be coming from him. I'll be checking out. But yes, my first album, Leonard Cohen. Okay, those were my two RSD purchases. So I got the ones that I really, really wanted. Now the next records were, used records. A couple of them are dollar records, and that's okay. I like to look through there once in a while. I picked up, this is not a dollar record though, McCoy Tyner Fly with the Wind album. It's got a little bit of a little chop there, but that's fine. It kind of feels like that's like part of the design or something. Well, anyway, this, I at one point had this on CD, or somebody made me a CD copy of it. And I like a lot of his albums. On Milestone Records is one of my favorite jazz, rock. Pretty sure they do all various types of genres of music. Here's the back cover. It's a gatefold. There he is, the leader of the band, McCoy Tyner, with greats like Hubert Laws, Billy Cobham, and Ron Carter. So the next one, and here's another example of what I'm talking about. I'm starting to, this is my second record. I picked up another one, but I wanted to start listening to these artists that I've heard people talk about or show records or post records. You know, I do a lot of posting on Instagram. I just like it. It's almost like posting to your, selective, well, not selective audience, but, kind of like your audience, like your one night only appearance. But I've been getting them records by Ry Cooder, and I found a $4 copy of Chicken Skin Music. Yeah. So it's in nice shape. Yeah, I need to clean it, but the record itself is in nice shape. And so, yeah, on Reprise Records. So I look forward to listening to that too as well. Now, my couple of dollar bin records here. One of them, I was really excited to have it back in my collection. And I'll get to that. But I picked up Nick Lowe, Labor of Lust, for $1. It's in really, really good shape. Was kind of hard to find. I don't think I found the right pressing that I have on Discogs, but I found something close to it, or at least thought it's close enough to this. So I just went ahead and added it to my collection. This is the one that has Cruel to Be Kind. And don't know much about the rest of this album, so I'll give it a good clean and spin away. There it is, the back cover. There's little Nick Lowe up there in the corner there. Now, the album that I was glad to get this back into my collection. I've been a Moody Blues fan for a long, long time. Ever since I've heard the two classic hits of theirs, Nights in White Satin. Then I remember hearing Tuesday's Gone. And then I really like the early, and I don't have that on vinyl. I'm going to try to get that, the first Moody Blues album, the one, I think it's called Go, where it has the song Go Now, or something like that. I don't remember, where they were more of a bluesy type band with Danny Lane in it. But I finally got this back in the collection, and I am happy about it. I will listen to this today. This is, folks, the Moody Blues. It is a collection of their hits from these albums that you see on the cover, which are classic, epic, great records. I'm grateful to have come across the Moody Blues album discography and been a fan. I listen to their records quite often, and I can resonate to a lot of their music. I like the lyrics. I like sometimes the quietness of the albums. And the guys could write some good songs. And pretty much every one of their albums, I mean, I don't have every one of them, but pretty much all the ones up that I do have, I think I go all the way up to the album The Other Side of Life, of what I have in my collection. But I like their stuff a lot. I'm trying to think, and I'm kind of getting lost here, what I want to say about, but Moody Blues is a group that means a lot to me. I got to see them in concert. The Fix opened up for them, and then the Moody Blues, and they had Patrick Morantz on keyboards. What a great, great show. And not too long ago, Graham Edge passed away, and I was sad to hear that. And when I went to that concert, I'll never forget, it was like I was the only young person there, and everybody else there seemed to be either a professor, a teacher, a guidance counselor, everybody was enjoying the evening as we all were listening to the Moody Blues. I didn't think there were that many fans here in Texas of the Moody Blues, but let me tell you, the place was packed, and it was such a good show. Everybody liked that they did. One of the songs that everybody really got into that they did was "I'm Just a Singer in a Rock and Roll Band." But folks, if you want something that contains like their earlier songs and get an idea of each album, so you could start here. This is the Moody Blues. It's a good little package to start with. It's a nice gatefold. And so, I don't know what it is, folks. As I'm getting older, I'm noticing I'm holding up things not straight or kind of crooked, but oh well. You know, I guess that happens when you get a little bit over 50. But anyway, again, thank you, Eddie Perez, very much. Thank you out there to everyone that is a subscriber. Thank you for your comments. Please, if you want to leave me a comment, that'd be great. I'd like reading them. I've been taking a little too long responding back, and I apologize. Honestly, I've been up every day since I've been off, hanging out with my wife, having good times with her, having some drinks, watching movies with her, and then I crash, and then before I know it, it's time to go to bed. And so anyway, I appreciate every one of you out there, and I hope that you are doing well. And I'll leave some links, some music links to some of these records, so you can go check them out. Check out, I'll leave a link to a Moody Blues song. Maybe not necessarily one that we know of. Maybe something a little bit that you might find, hey, I wish I would have heard that song before, and now I'm hearing it now. But anyway, take care, everybody. Prog Hat over and out.